Hi guys. So I've been thinking for the longest time. Like I'm 22 years old and I still have no idea what my purpose in life is. Yeah, for 22 years of my life I've just been coasting along, just floating. Well, not exactly floating because I've been living under the guidance of my parents. Whatever they said I should do, I did. Go to school, I went. NYC, I did. Do a master's, I did. And now I'm done. I'm done with those major milestones. And yeah, I'm no longer living in my parents' house. I'm working a 9 to 5, and I'm here wondering, thinking if this 9 to 5 I'm doing is going to be my purpose for the rest of my life. Ooh, I just feel like there should be more, right? There has to be more. Like there has to be something that makes everything else just make sense. Something that something a bigger picture that I'm like working towards. Not just living from day to day. You guys that have your life all figured out, how did you guys do it? I see people that are, living in purpose, living a purpose driven life. They know what their purpose is. How did you guys do it? How do you guys discover your purpose? Please tell us, share with us so that we can join the purpose driven gang. Yeah. People say, what do you want to be remembered for when you leave this earth? Like, what's your legacy? Things like that. And I am like, okay, well, I don't really care so much about what I will be remembered for when I leave this earth. I just don't care. It sounds selfish, right? But I feel like, why should I be so concerned about? Well, yes, it's good to do good things and then people remember you for that when you're gone. But like I'm not so passionate about what my memory will be in people's minds. Like I just really do not care. Okay, it's not a big deal for me. People like remember me, or if you like, I don't care. I don't care. Once I leave this earth, I'm not even going to be worried. When people talk about, oh, burial, leave burial instructions for their children, this is what you should do. I don't care, Jerry. See, I'm done. Anyway, not to how do they say it? Not to not to shade people that do all of that. Okay, this is just my personal preference. I'm just generally carefree. Really, that's the reason why I'm worried about why I don't know what my purpose is. Because generally, I'm just living my life. I'm just living from day to day. I don't, I don't have any attachment to something. Like I'm not so attached to a particular thing that, oh, okay, this is what I'm passionate about. I don't have any passion. I'm not passionate about anything. Well, that may not be exactly true, but on a broad scale, I'm quite passionate about many things. But it's just that I I'm passionate about them in my head. But I to now do I'm not so passionate enough to bring them to life. Yes, I think that's it. Anyway, we're deviating. I may talk about that in other videos, but we're trying to find out what our purpose is. So yeah, this was exactly where I was at until this morning when I went to church, and then my pastor said something that actually made some sense. It was like a manufacturer makes a product. Of course, he had something in mind while making it. He made the product for a reason, for a purpose. So that product has a purpose. So the product is not now going to now be trying to discover purpose, like, oh, let me discover my purpose, uh, let me find my purpose and things like that. No, there's no need for that because the manufacturer already made it with the purpose in mind. So the purpose already exists. And most of the time the product doesn't even need to go and start looking for its purpose because most likely it is already even living its purpose. The manufacturer made it for something, and it is probably already fulfilling that purpose. If the manufacturer is using it at that moment, of course he'll be using it for what it was created for, right? So yeah, so the product is already living its purpose without any having to do any extra work to discover what that purpose is. So God made us, God made me, of course, with something in mind, with a purpose in mind. And I feel like, yeah, I'm probably already living that purpose. It doesn't have to be something grand, like something, oh, your purpose is to go to China and and convert. It doesn't have to be. If you are living in God, you are walking according to the Spirit. You have the Spirit of God in you. They that are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. So if you are walking according to the Spirit, I feel like you are already living your purpose. You are already living purpose. God, because you are listening to God, you hear from Him. He tells you what to do for every step of your life. Yeah, God is using us to bring about His will in the lives of men. He's using us to reach men. He's using us to help people, to uplift people, to encourage, to bring light to the world. So yeah, I think I'm already living purpose. Yeah, I don't need to go and discover one special grand purpose somewhere. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at now. And yeah, I think that's it. Christ our purpose. Christ is our purpose. Living for Christ. For the life I live, I no longer, how the Paul says, I don't know how to quote scriptures. God. For the life I live, I think it's Galatians 2:20. But yeah, Paul said in Philippians 1:21, I think, for me to live is Christ and to die is gain. So yeah, Christ is our purpose. Christ is the purpose where we are living, and the life we live is Christ living in us and living through us. So yeah, I think that's the purpose. And we can run with that. Yeah. And then I remember this Domoen song. When it's all been said and done, there is just one thing that matters. Did I do my best to live for truth? Did I live my life for you? When it's all been said and done, all my treasures will mean nothing. Only what I've done for love's reward will stand the test of time.